So if you really want to see if something's right for you, the only way to do it is to just take that first step.
Yeah.
You can go slow by any means. Go very, very slow, grow slow, but start. And that's the most important part.
She's a young entrepreneur who never let fear stand in the way of her dreams. With determination and a willingness to take risks, she turned challenges into opportunities and built a thriving business in Arizona's boating industry. Today, as the owner of Seize the Day Boat Rentals, she's proving that success is not defined by where you start, but the passion, grit, and perseverance you bring to the journey. Her story is a powerful reminder that with hard work and the courage to take the first step, nothing is impossible. This is the inspiring story of Unica Buitizon. It's John Saavedra, and you're watching The Unlimited.
You're never really too young when you know your passion. You can definitely be a successful entrepreneur. And next to me is a successful one in the boating rental industry, Unica. Hi.
Hi, John. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being one of my episodes for The Unlimited. Go ahead and greet everyone.
Hi, my name is Unica, and I am the owner of Seize Day Boat Rentals. We handle all of the boat rentals in the entire Phoenix area. We're licensed and permitted on Lake Pleasant, so we are one of the fastest growing boat rental companies right now. So super exciting stuff.
Wow, Unica, you're so young to be in the entrepreneurship, right? Boat rental industry, tell me about it.
So I have a boat rental company and I have a UTV rental company. Really, my inspiration comes from my mom. I've always watched her, coming from the Philippines to America and not kind of having that American traditional education. She, instead of taking on low-paying jobs, she kind of found a way to increase her value, her own net worth. And so growing up, when I was graduating high school, and I was trying to decide whether I wanted to go to college or pave my own path, for me, it was kind of a no-brainer.
I see. So you wanted to be in the business field ever since you were a kid, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, my mom made it look so easy. So
we have a lot of industries, not only in Arizona, but you can do online, you can do beauty, just like your mom, you can do fashion. Why boat rental?
That's a really good question. And really, if you think about entrepreneurship, it really comes down to what type of value you can provide to the marketplace. I knew starting out, I was very young and inexperienced. So an idea that I had is leveraging a tool or a high value service that people already can lean on and know that, for example, if I were to start a marketing company or a beauty company, people would know that I'm too young to have 5-10 years of experience, so they may not go with me. But if I have a UTV, people know the value of a UTV. Their value is, I'm not going to spend to own that myself, so I'd rather rent. So I am no longer the bottleneck in that. So it becomes an entry into the business a lot faster.
A lot of business entrepreneurship, usually they pursue their field because of their passion and interest, or it could be a hobby when they were a kid. Was it something that you enjoyed when you were a kid, boating in Arizona?
Honestly, the day I bought my first truck, trailer, and UTV, I had never done any of it. And I was already renting out the UTV. I had already rented out like 3 times before I even tested it out on my own.
I see.
So really for me, it was more purely business. I was just looking at it from an asset perspective. And for me, that was the rush.
And it was a risk, right?
It was a massive risk, putting myself on the line. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if it doesn't work out, I kind of ruin my credit. And in America, I mean, that's a super big deal.
Interesting. The misconception of people to your generation, because you're very young, you're probably in your 20s, right? That a lot of the young business people today are so impulsive. But in your case, you took a risk and it became an advantage for your business. Do you think that's important when you have that business mindset, that not to be afraid to go for whatever it is that you want?
Yeah, I always tell people this. I have a lot of people that are my age or younger than me asking, they want to start their own business, and risk is always a big thing. in my opinion, there's nothing riskier than waiting. If you have an itch that you want to do something, take that leap, because the younger you are, the less risks there are. You don't have a family. You don't own a home. You have no real assets.
Liabilities.
No liabilities. No real responsibilities. Worst case scenario, you have to restart and you're back to exactly where you were. In my opinion, there's no better time than when
there's
you are
no
young.
right time. What's your advice to those people who always think, you know what, I'm going to wait maybe 5 or 10 years, and next thing you know, they're already in their 40s and 50s, and they're looking for that right time. And based on what I'm hearing from you is that there's really no right time. It's either you do it now or it's never going to happen.
So you can read all of the business books in the world. You can even listen to real entrepreneurs that have done it, but no business is ever the same, even if they're in the same industry. And what makes businesses unique is that owner's unique perspective in it. So if you really want to see if something's right for you, the only way to do it is to just take that first step. You can go slow by any means, go very, very slow, grow slow, but start. And that's the most important part.
Wow, I love hearing that from a young entrepreneur. And I know it's not easy. It's not overnight where all of a sudden you're a successful boat rental businesswoman. But what are the challenges that you had to face?
Oh my gosh. I mean, everything. And in terms of challenges, every facet of the business becomes a challenge. Even growing is a huge challenge, but learning how to communicate with clients, learning to put their needs above your own, even if they're not right. You have to think about it in terms of running a marathon versus a sprint. That was really where it clicked for me is, I'll give you an example. Anytime I come across a fork in the road where I'm going to decide which way to go. For example, I have a customer that wants a full refund for their entire boat rental. For something like, this is a real example. They got a sunburn, right? They got a sunburn and, they went to the hospital, they called the company and they said, they spent over $1,000 with us. Hey, I want a full refund on my entire experience or I'm going to leave a negative review. And ultimately I had to make a decision. And these are one of those things that you just kind of have to learn over time, where for me, would it hurt me long-term to refund this customer their rental versus they leave a negative review for future clients to see? And it's one of those things where you just kind of have to,
decide
you just kind of have to decide. Exactly. And for me, it's about, outlasting my competition. And so what I had chosen ultimately was to just refund them. I decided that their experience was more important than the $1,000 that they spent, because ultimately that $1,000 is not going to make or break my company. And that same mentality is what I apply into every facet of my business. Anytime I make a decision, will this help me long term? Will this grow me long term? If the answer is yes, then I know where to go. So, ultimately,
it's always the big picture.
It's always the big picture.
It's unfortunate because sunburn is not really your control,
it's like ridiculous. Exactly.
That's my follow-up question, because Arizona is known as one of the hottest states in the West. And to be honest with you, I did not realize that we actually have this kind of activities in Arizona. Because when I think of Arizona, I think of hiking, I think of road trips. I don't think, the last thing in my mind is boating. So how do you market your business to the people who are not aware about this?
Okay, first of all, have you ever been boating in an ocean?
No, it's gonna be not even.
Okay, I would say if you've never gone boating in a lake, especially Lake Pleasant, where we are licensed and operate out of, it is night and day in boating in the ocean. Okay, so in the ocean, it's big, it's cold. Okay, the ocean is freezing. It's very, very complicated. The kind of boats that operate in the ocean, that's something you can never touch. I mean, you have to have a boating license. You have to think about storms that can come. There's weather factors. It's a big, scary world, going out into the boating world. And it's not something, I want to do something this weekend. Let's go out and boating in the ocean. Okay, the lake here, completely different. Okay, Lake Pleasant is 10,000 acres of clear, man-made crystal water. Okay, this is the same water that goes out into our town, so it's very clean. You can literally see straight through. When you're in the boat, you can see straight down. That's how clean the water is. And that's a really, really big deal. And then because our boats are so easy to operate, because they're lake boats, they're not ocean boats, the steering is easier than a car. So it's literally forward and reverse, and that's it.
Really?
We teach you how to operate, but 99% of our customers have never even touched a boat. And it's that easy that all of these people can operate it. But yeah, the entry level is very minimum. You don't need any experience. Really, it's just an age requirement. You just have to be at least 21, and that's pretty much it.
21. I'm excited because we're going to try your boating rental this Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
And we're going to include a lot of videos to make sure that you guys understand what we're talking about. But what do you want your customers to feel after they rent your boats? So
the number one thing is ease. Honestly, that is our mission, is to make the day as easy for you as possible. Because if you own a boat or you've ever rented a boat, you know how complicated it is. There's so many things logistically you have to think about. You know, all the food that you're going to bring, all of, you know, the sunscreen, all that stuff. We have to drive an hour to the lake. We have to load all of their coolers, and we have to walk down the ramp with all of our gear. It's just a headache before you even get into the boat. What we do and why we outperform our competition in every single way is we focus on your experience before you even get on the boat. So when you first arrive at the lake, we have dock hands that their job is to literally load all of your stuff and put it on the boat. We have what's called a car to lake service, and this is what's really cool. Normally, you have to literally walk 10 minutes down a ramp in 100-degree weather with all of your gear on you.
Before you get to the boat.
We take it a step further and literally take the boat on a trailer and have it in the parking lot. And we load all of your stuff and launch you from, like, literally from your car. And then when you're done, we take you straight back to your car.
Interesting.
So everything is a complete white glove experience. There is nothing that you need to think about. It's supposed to feel so easy that you don't even think about it.
Wow, I'm excited, looking forward, because I'm going to be with Ate Raquel and some friends. We're going to experience this. But do you recommend doing this in all season or just summertime? So you really can. Arizona, we're very, very fortunate that our weather does not change very much, and we don't have any crazy storms or anything like that. You definitely can. Ideally, any time between April through September is ideal boating season. Other than that, we do cut it off by winter, and then we do our UTV season. So during winter, you know, off-roading is the ideal experience. Wow, Unica, what are your future endeavors? You're so young. I don't even know what to ask anymore, because I'm hearing a lot of positive wisdom from you for a young age, right? Thank you. And I see a big future, but how do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? So I really don't see the mission that we have within our rental experience for boaters. I really don't see that being a priority in other rental companies. And so I think there is a need for us to expand and franchise out in the future. So I really see us taking over other lakes. I see us expanding into Utah, to Texas, and even California, and taking that ease of boating and applying that everywhere. So yeah, I think that's probably where we're going. So you're going to explore other states, not just Arizona, right? Expansion, yeah. Interesting. Sure. So Unica, what is something that we could learn from you, or your generation or our audience to learn from you? Yeah. What is your legacy as an entrepreneur? I really want people to see, because, you know, I have started so many different businesses without any experience in it at all. I just kind of, you know, people say that entrepreneurship is like jumping off a cliff and building the plane on the way down. And it truly is that. And what I have learned and what I'd like my legacy to be is that you just have to start. And entrepreneurship is not easy, but it is simple. The steps are very, very simple, and you just have to be consistent. And where a lot of business owners fail is they are not focused. And that's something that I have experienced multiple times. And looking back, that's where my failures were. Is I become distracted. Oh, things are good. I become distracted, and I try to look at other opportunities. When really, you just have to be as focused as possible. And there are going to be boring times in your business, and those are the lucky times. As long as you keep moving forward,
we've been doing this for 5 years, and looking back, it's absolutely amazing how much progress we've made, and we didn't do anything other than keep things simple, focus on our customer experience, have positive forward momentum every season, and it's been absolutely incredible. I feel so grateful, and we're so excited to just expand and keep doing this.
So you don't just fail and you give up. I think you got that trait from your mom. Do you want to say anything to your mom? She's watching right now, behind the camera. What do you want to tell her? Because she's her inspiration. You grew up watching her, doing her thing, and now you're kind of acquiring that to your business. What do you want to tell her?
I have watched my mom have every challenge there possibly is. And I compare that to some people that I've seen here in the States that already have things. And they don't do anything. Whereas, my mom, all she did was care. She cared about our future. She cared about her, her future. And all she did was try to find ways to improve herself. And it compounds on itself. And I think the biggest impact there is it's just watching her not get comfortable where she was at. She always wanted to improve herself, and that mindset, it's super addicting. I have to thank her 100% just for the mindset. Just watching her not take a beating when life comes her way. She takes a beating and she just kind of shoves it. She just kind of it's just life. What are you gonna do? Complain? Or she immediately stands back up, and it's absolutely amazing. And I see other people not have that level of grit, and to me, I don't have real competition because I know where I come from.
Thank you so much for being my guest for the Unlimited John. I love the passion, the grit. I do hear a lot of trait from your mom, because you're just listening to you. We've never talked in the past, but listening to you, I can tell that you're able to overcome whatever challenges come your way. At a young age, you have a lot of wisdom, and you exactly know what you're talking about. You know what you want. You're truly unlimited. But go ahead and invite everyone to check your business, and what are the media platform that we can visit?
We have a massive following online. It's seizetheday.az on Instagram. Check us out. We post everybody all the time. We're always having a ton of fun, and we would love to invite you with us.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for all the sponsors. After this interview, go ahead, do not leave yet. Watch all the clips that we're going to show you about all these boating adventures that we're going to have with friends. Maybe Unica might be there, or at Racal. Check their website. Thank you so much for watching. This is John Saavedra, The Unlimited.
Take care.
Go.
Now that we're at Lake Pleasant, there are plenty of activities to do. Besides tubing, wakeboarding, there are also lots of floating restaurants here at Lake Pleasant. We have one at Scorpion Bay and the other one at Pleasant Harbor Marina. Aqua Park offers a lot of different water obstacle courses, and so there are so many things to do other than just swimming and enjoying the views.
This episode is brought to you by Skinwelle. Take care of your skin because you're beautiful and you deserve it. At the Girl Nurse by Fleur, Magbanua. Save the date for the upcoming book launch on June 13. Halo Kitchen, offering some of the best lechon in Arizona. Integrity Home Health by Mehlanie Punzalan, providing compassionate care you can trust. Perley Express, serving authentic Filipino food on wheels.